On April 6, 2025, Iranian regime-affiliated media circulated a simulated video showing a nuclear strike obliterating the United States military base at Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. The video, confirmed by Iranian outlet Haft-e-Sov, is not actual footage. It was generated by artificial intelligence and distributed as a propaganda piece across pro-regime social platforms. Its purpose is clear: intimidate Washington and possibly Tel Aviv by portraying the annihilation of a strategic U.S. base. But the deeper question isn't whether Tehran made the video, it's whether this was part of a coordinated psyop originating from Iran, Israel, or neoconservative factions in the U.S. intelligence sphere. In a conflict theater polluted with deepfakes, false flags, and ghost narratives, even the question of authorship becomes weaponized. At minimum, the video circulation by state-linked Iranian sources shows it was embraced and amplified as strategic messaging. Satellite imagery from late March showed at least 2 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, the United States nuclear-capable long-range aircraft, sitting on the Diego Garcia tarmac, circled by open-source intelligence monitors. The B-2s weren't alone. The U.S. reportedly forward-deployed 6 of them to Diego Garcia that week, a move widely interpreted as a live signal of operational readiness. That deployment was no accident. It came days after former President Donald Trump, still a dominant political force, appeared on NBC and issued a blunt ultimatum to Tehran. If they don't make a deal, there will be bombs like they've never seen before. There was no metaphor, no subtlety, just an open threat of nuclear escalation. Iran's response was immediate. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei declared that any hostile action would be met with a severe and powerful blow, while Major General Mohammad Bagheri warned that retaliation would be crushing and irreversible. Iran's Revolutionary Guard, through state media, claimed that advanced missiles were already loaded onto launchers in their fortified underground missile cities, awaiting only Khamenei's order. Intelligence analysts such as Rear Admiral retired Dr. Eyal Pinko from the Jewish Institute for National Security of America estimate that even after launching over 500 missiles and drones in 2 massive barrages on Israel in April and October 2024, Iran retains several hundred operational projectiles. These weren't empty gestures. On April 13, 2024, Iran fired 300 missiles and drones, followed by another 200 on October 1st. Both waves were among the largest coordinated missile strikes in modern history. This means Iran's threats now are not idle, they are backed by precedent. United States Central Command previously assessed Iran held over 3,000 ballistic missiles, and even with attrition and Israeli airstrikes degrading factory output, Tehran still has enough to inflict substantial damage. While Western reporting rightly notes the simulation video is fake, it is a fact that the U.S. maintains roughly 50,000 troops in 10 major bases around Iran, forming a noose of permanent deployment that justifies Tehran's strategic anxiety. Iranian generals are not inventing the idea of encirclement. They are reacting to a map that already exists. In that context, one unnamed Iranian official told The Telegraph that top commanders were urging a preemptive strike on Diego Garcia before the U.S. could use it to hit Iran. Though speculative, that quote reveals something deeper. Within Iran's military command, the concept of a first strike is being discussed openly and tied directly to Donald Trump's posturing. Add to that the haunting line from Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Aerospace Commander Brigadier General Amir Ali Hajizadeh, who warned that those living in glass houses should not throw stones, a not-so-veiled reminder that while Iran's launch range may not guarantee impact, they only need one to get through. The Tehran Times and other Iranian propaganda organs framed the simulated nuclear strike as an inevitable response to American aggression, with some outlets asserting that Diego Garcia could be reduced to complete destruction if activated against Iran. Outside Iran, the clip's virality was immediately flagged by Iranian dissident voices like Naveed Mohebi, who wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "They've either lost their minds or they're terrified." That reaction captures the spectrum of interpretations. Either Tehran is spiraling into suicidal escalation, or they're trying to deter a war they believe is coming. But just as plausible is that this entire episode, video, timing, threats, was orchestrated by a third party hoping to spark confrontation between nuclear-capable powers. Israel, which has long pushed for direct strikes on Iran's nuclear infrastructure, has the digital capacity and motive to produce such a video and blame Tehran. So do American neoconservatives, still licking their lips at the idea of a new regional war. In this environment, the truth about authorship is less important than the reaction it provokes. And right now, both sides are posturing as if war is imminent. Khamenei's speeches, Trump's NBC appearance, and the visible mobilization of stealth bombers form a triangle of narrative pressure pushing this standoff closer to ignition. The simulated strike isn't evidence of an attack, but it's a warning shot. And whether that warning came from Tehran or was planted to frame Tehran, the effect is the same. The lines between signal, threat, and trap are gone. If the first real missile flies, it may be because of a fake video. And whoever made it, whether it was Iran's Ministry of Culture, Mossad's cyber division, or one of America's deep state Cold War holdovers, understood exactly what they were doing. They were planting the match near the powder keg. Leave a comment if you think the Diego Garcia video was just a preview of the next war, because someone wants you to believe it's already started.